Today is Saturday, December 3rd, and we're currently in New Orleans after having spent a week here for the Amway's Achievers Conference. It was a really great time. Some of the highlights were going on a dinner river cruise on the Mississippi River, and then also the party, the final night party at Mardi Gras World. We also did the typical touristy things like visiting the French Quarter and going to Café du Monde. We're now on our way to Miami, and then after a few hours of layover, we're headed off to Spain. We actually have some time here in Miami, so we just stored our bags at the airport. We're gonna do some exploration. We're in this super modern, trendy neighborhood of Brickell. There's so much going on here. Miami is so fashionable. This is Miami. What beautiful views. We ran into this food festival and it turns out it's smorgasbord. Just like in LA and New York. There's just so much going on in Miami. We ran into the Hive, Wynwood's Culinary and Cocktail Village. We only had a brief stay in Miami, but now we're off to Madrid. We stopped for a quick lunch here in the Madrid airport, but we're already off to Palma de Mallorca. We've arrived in Palma on the island of Mallorca. We just picked up our rental car, which is an electric car. We stopped by our Airbnb and now are heading into the city of Palma to explore. And it looks like there's Christmas markets going on. Everywhere I go in Spain, there's these beautiful plazas. There seems to be quite a bit of Arabic influence in this part of Spain too. Today is Monday morning and we took a drive to the other side of the island and are in the old town of Alcudia. You can climb right up here to the city walls and the views are amazing. We drove for about an hour and we're now in the small town, beautiful small town of Soler. We're at our last stop for the day, which is the port of Soler. Oh, the views here are incredible. This is the historic tram that goes from the city down to the beach. We took an early morning hike to the Belvedere Castle, and we're the first ones in. Now this is the highlight, the view at the very top. We're now visiting the Miró Art Museum. We just had a typical Mallorcan lunch here at this restaurant with a beautiful view, Mesón Con Pedro. We drove into the mountains and are exploring the little village of Valdemosa. We're taking a tour of this opera house. We're now visiting the Faller Museum, just a small museum about a local tradition. Today's a holiday in Spain, so this museum's free. There are just so many shopping centers in Valencia. So much to see. We just visited this huge science museum. There's like 3 floors of exhibition. This is such an amazing complex. It's called the City of Arts and Sciences, and we've basically spent our whole day here. We're starting off our day with a visit to the Mercado Colón. Today we're visiting Oceanographic, the largest aquarium in Europe. We're now just exploring Valencia, and the architecture here is really beautiful. This morning we are discovering Mercat Central, this bustling market hall.
But in the south it was a problem, so they decided to demolish the whole wall of the city. So that's why we don't have a wall in here anymore, but we have the gates. Why? Because they were a prison. This was a prison for men, for nobility, like only VIP people. The Cathedral of Valencia is one of the shortest ones you'll ever see in your life. And that's because we didn't have money, to be honest. Made with nuts. That nuts are called chufa or tiger nut, but nobody knows what is a tiger nut. Our
tour guide suggested checking out this hipster neighborhood, Rizafa. And it's so lively with so many bars and restaurants. It might be night already, but we still made it to the beach. We had our paella valenciana for dinner and now we're back in the city center enjoying these beautiful Christmas lights.